You're listening to the Manifesting Miracles podcast. By tuning in today, you're dialing into your frequency of abundance. I'm Michelle J. Lamont, your manifestation master and guide. Ever since 2016, I've been obsessively dedicating my life to uncovering, dissecting, and analyzing every aspect of the practices and modalities in which we call manifestation. You see, you are truly more powerful than you can even imagine and fully capable of manifesting miracles on the daily. I'm going to teach you how to attract a life beyond your wildest dreams using your own divine power. So let's get started manifesting your miracles right now. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is time for you to align your beautiful, divine, magical self into a reality where you are the creator and you're co-collaborating with the most creative energy, God source, universal energy, to help you align yourself in a way that allows you to be the creator of your reality in a very fast and effective way. But what if the number one way that you hear how to manifest all the time is something you can't do? Well, I encountered this with one of my clients, and I'm going to teach you exactly how I taught her to overcome this situation and manifest in a different reality by using other techniques. So what is the thing that is the number one thing that everybody always talks about when manifesting? Visualization. Visualization. What if you are not a visualization kind of person? Well, this is the podcast for you. Or maybe when you visualize, you don't think you're doing it right. Or maybe it's a little bit more difficult for you, or you're tired of doing it that way. And you're not really seeing the things manifesting to your reality the way that you want them to. So in this situation and in this podcast today, I'm going to help you understand non-visual techniques for manifesting. And you, even if you're great at visualizing, even if you're phenomenal at visualizing, these techniques might intensify and enhance what you're already doing. All right, this is going to be the last podcast you will ever want to listen to. You'll become so addicted to the vibration of this energy here. And why is that? This isn't an ego-driven realization, my love. What I'm talking about is, as a collective unit, there's a 240,000 of you who have listened so far. And all of you who are listening are coming back day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year, so you can raise your vibration. And when all of those souls come together to create a reality that is in a forward-moving way, in a forward-moving momentum, in a forward-moving modality, you will start to collectively, us all as a group, collectively manifest things a lot faster. And I want to help you turn up that level of abundance, turn up your ability to create, turn up your thought process, your magnetic process, the way that you're going to co-create in this universe. And it starts right here and right now. My name, it's Michelle Juanita Lamont. And I'm a first-generation American on my mother's side. And I am fully educated, vetted. I have thousands and thousands of clients who have used my techniques and my processes. I'm an author. You can go to my website right now and get my free ebook. You can sign up for my newsletters. You can read my free blogs. You're listening to this free podcast. I even have digital courses, which are insanely cheap. And then I have beautiful, crafted, anchored in education classes for you to use. So I have digital classes, I have live group classes where you're going to meet your spiritual bestie, and then I have, which is my favorite, one-on-one coaching, so you and I can get super cozy and figure everything the fuck out. But until that time, until I see you on my Zoom and logged in and you went to my website and you registered, then all we're going to be doing is we're going to have an opportunity to work together right here, right now. So let's get started, baby. This is Manifesting Miracles, and I am Michelle J. Lamont, and everything is absolutely working out for you always and in all ways. So as we start to dive deep into the rabbit hole of visualizing what you want, I always use this technique. Why? Because I have the type of brain that loves to be visual, creative. When I was a child, I had multiple friends that would always talk to me, and they were, now I know that those were my guides and my angels and my spirits, my spiritual side, my higher self, keeping me company while I was, in my room, while my mom was working or cleaning or doing something, right? And so I would create these little worlds in my head, and then I would cut scissors and make them into intricate designs, and I could see it in my head. And then you would walk into my room and there would be all these things hanging from everywhere because I can visualize, and visualizing is so easy for me, and I find it such a powerful way to anchor into our history. But what if you're one of the people, and I did some research on this and I figured out that this is actually true, that some people don't understand how to visualize, and it becomes very difficult and very frustrating for them to manifest because everybody all the time is saying, well, just visualize it and visualize every detail and do this and do that. Well, what happens if you're not somebody who can visualize? And what happens if you're not somebody who that is an anchor for? So understanding non-visual manifestation techniques is something that I think can only enhance the way that you're manifesting now and allow you to be a better creator. So while visualizing is a very popular manifestation technique, it is certainly not the only way to manifest. Non-visual manifestation can involve using language, okay? You can write about it. You can be descriptive about it. You can use your emotions and physical sensations to create experiences of what you want and what you desire most, what those manifestations are. So for example, instead of visualizing yourself in a new home, you can focus on the feeling of joy and abundance that comes with living in the new home. So if you wanted, and these are the breakdown that I gave a recent client, one of my private one-on-one coaching clients, which I invite you to do, and how she could help herself visualize. She was a very analytical person. She was in the medical profession. She was just like, I cannot sit there and think like that. It doesn't work for me. And I was like, wow, okay, let me do some research. So in this example of the house, and that was actually why I used it, because that's what she wanted to manifest, a new home for herself. And so what I said was like, let's use our language and our emotions, and a physical sensation to anchor in that ideology. So what did she do? So I said, all right, I want you to be very, very descriptive and use lots of words to talk about the way that it feels being in the home, tying in the emotion and the language together. So when you pull into your driveway, when you open up the front door, when you put your key in the lock and you turn it, or however it is that you're getting into your house, when you think of yourself outside in the backyard, or think of yourself on the front porch, describe it in every single way that has an emotional tie to it. And the first thing she says is, well, it's very important for me that it has a front wraparound porch. And I said, okay, why? She said, oh, my grandmother had one. And it was some of the best times I ever had was going to my grandmother's house and sitting on her rocking chair and letting her read to us and tell us stories. And I was like, damn, that's perfect. So although she could recall the feeling of being with her grandmother and running out of the car and up into the porch and sitting in that chair, she literally could not visualize what that would look like. So for this specific person and this specific technique, writing it out and recalling that memory and putting an emotion to it really helped anchor in. And the last part of that particular tip was a physical sensation. So one of the things that I said to her was, okay, now that we have that part done, what did it feel like when you were sitting on her porch? Oh, she had the best corner house. When the breeze would always come through. Mom would take us there after work so she could go to her second job, and we would sit on this porch and grandma would bring us food and cookies and all this kind of stuff. And I said, so it was the breeze that made it feel so warm and welcome. She was like, yes. And I said, all right, I want you to go for a walk every day for 10 minutes. And as the breeze hits you, I want you to feel the sensation of being in your own home with a wraparound porch, and your children and their future children, their future children, which would be your grandchildren and her great-great-grandchildren, be that physical sensation of the wind and the sun and the way it felt. And see, even if you're not a visual person, using your language and using that ability to tap into that, you're anchoring in the same way that somebody who does have the visualization techniques and that is able to do this. So one of the next things that I want to encourage you sorry, I'm looking at my earrings now. I love these little moon earrings. Because you have to have the sun and the moon to have balance, right? Sorry. All right. Using affirmations. Affirmations are just statements of what we want to manifest, plain and simple. You don't have to be so worried about every single word that is in an affirmation. Affirmation is just a way to express the things that we want to bring into our reality. And so they can be spoken or written, and these can help us shift our mindset, our beliefs, and move around the fact that we can't visualize it, and we can see them in a new and profound way by just speaking them into our reality and using the language of affirmations to work. So let me give you an example. Let's say that you wanted to have a new job, okay? So you could use an affirmation such as, and here's, I'm just throwing it out there. You don't have to use this one. You can use it any other way that you prefer. I am worthy of a fulfilling career. I am worthy of a fulfilling career. I am worthy of a fulfilling career. Or you can say, I trust that the universe is bringing me the perfect job and the perfect opportunity for my skills and my growth. And you can pare that down. You can cut a couple of verbs. You can cut a little bit of that language down and make it more of a stronger affirmation, like, I trust the universe is bringing me my perfect career, or I trust the universe is bringing me a perfect opportunity for my career advancement. And by using those affirmations, you don't have to be visual. You can just repeat them and really let them sink into your subconscious mind by doing it right before you go to bed and right when you wake up in the morning, and allow that thought process to expand and keep adding more and more affirmations. So one thing, and let me just take a sip of water before I talk about this. Thank you. Creating in a non-creative, if you're not a creative visual thinker, what would be another way that you could bring something into your reality? Well, I would suggest creating a vision board, because it takes all of the guesswork of having to see it in your mind's eye. It's the visualization that kind of stops everything and says, well, wait a second, I can't really think this way and I can't really operate this way. So if you can use a vision board, and you have to be very specific when you're creating a vision board, you don't want to just throw a bunch of stuff up on a vision board, because everything is energy, and this is a vibrational, energetic universe. And so in order for us to be the creators in a vibrational, creative universe, we have to understand that there is energy even to a vision board. So make sure that you work with a feng shui expert, or call me and I'll teach you how to do it. You can book a 1-hour session and I'll teach you how to feng shui your vision board, but you can also probably Google it and get the basics down. But a vision board can help you visualize it, because it disguises the fact that you can't actually see it in your now reality. But for example, a vision board, by using these photos and using these pre-cut pictures or charms, or however you're going to do it, depending on your energetic belief system, you are allowing your mind to see those every single day. And as the manifestations start to appear and come into your reality, you need to take that picture down and put a new one up. Another way to do a vision board, if you don't have the photos, if you don't have magazines, if you're not going to buy a little kit, all of those things, you could cut out words or phrases from magazines, from newspapers. You could type them up right now on your computer, print them out, or have somebody print them out for you, that represent what you want to manifest, and glue them to that vision board, or tack them up to that vision board in the specific categories, the specific energetic categories that you need to create. Like, you wouldn't want to put money in your travel corner, and you wouldn't want to put travel in your future soulmate corner, or your relationship corner, or your fertility corner, etc., etc. So when you're creating with the vision board, you have to be energetically smart and make sure that you do it. I find, for me personally, that a vision board is a beautiful thing. It helps just to kind of keep you on track. But I manifest pretty quick, and so sometimes a vision board can kind of hold me back. So I do have a vision board, but it is a feng shui energetic vision board I don't use anything square, because square is going to limit your ability to manifest. So I use hectagons and different shapes, energetically, knowing which ones to use for what specific thing. But I am getting ahead of myself and going a little bit too deep. You can just cut the corners off of a piece of paper or a poster board so it's more round, and you don't have to go and buy the fancy things that I'm using. But just make sure that you're looking that up before you just start cutting and gluing and pasting and staring and designing, because everything is energy, baby. And in order for you to be the creator of your reality in an energetic universe, we have to respect the vision board process. Now, before I tell you the next tip that I really think is going to help you, I want to just engage with you for just a second. I want you to manifest your reality. I want you to truly be happy. And I know that you have the abilities, because you incarnated here on Earth, the teaching planet, to be the biggest and the best version of yourself. Don't get caught up in being number one, or the world best, or the richest. Just concentrate on loving yourself and having a good time, and allowing the freedom that can come from manifesting in this reality to be a part of your everyday practice. But if you are not manifesting the things that you want, the universe has presented me. And I want to guide you past this microphone, this YouTube, this podcast, and be on a one-on-one Zoom with you and meet you face to face, examine your history, talk about how you changed what happened in your life to get you to the place where you're resisting your growth and you're resisting your manifestation on a conscious and subconscious level. So I have 3 ways that you can work with me. 4. First, you can do an hour or a 2-hour call. Go ahead. Let's just use this as a litmus test to see how much you can engage with me and how fast you can manifest by even just a 1-hour call. The second way is joining one of my group courses that you will meet your spiritual bestie. There's payment plans for everything. Don't get inside your head. And the minute that you start investing financially into yourself, you change the trajectory of your ability to call in more abundance. It's just a motherfucking fact. And then the last way is through my digital courses. So I offer one-on-one coaching. I offer 1-hour calls. I offer group coaching, and I offer digital courses. And if you don't know where to start, every Tuesday, based on what you want to sign up for, I offer a 15-minute call so you and I can discuss that, and then we can have a way to create a personalized program based on the techniques and the modalities that have helped revolutionize stacks on stacks on stacks on stacks of religious Bibles, context, literature is my hand saying this will change your life. This will change your life. It will change your life. Working one-on-one with me will be the vibrational change that will change your life. Why? Because I believe I can manifest anything. And if you're talking to somebody who has limiting beliefs and limiting thoughts about how they create, they're not going to be able to help you manifest. So to go into the flow of the universe, to be the creator of your reality, it does take a little bit of insight from somebody who has done it themselves, been at the bottom of the hole and pulled yourself up from the bottom of the pool to stand up and be the manifestation master, author, speaker, podcast, award-winning podcast, and YouTuber that I am. And I want to see you living in a vibrational reality where manifesting is fun, it is easy, and you can do it without any question. But let's get back on track on how, if you're not great at visualizing, you can be a great creator. So the fourth way that I want to talk about is using guided meditation. Now, if you've been listening to the podcast enough, you know that I think some of the secret sauce to manifesting is in meditation, because science proves that our mind cannot stop thinking about the 120 to 180 to 100 to 120,000 thoughts that is re-engaging our fear, our doubt, and our insecurity over and over and over again. And only through meditation can we actually break up with our history. The science of our brain is very simple, and meditation is the spiritual prescription that will help you. So if you can use guided meditations, they can be very helpful when you're a non-visual manifester. And instead of visualizing a scene in your mind, you can focus in on the words and the sensation that meditation is invoking within your core being. So for example, a guided meditation could lead you through a series of physical sensations that represent your desired outcome. You just need to start Googling and searching and finding guided meditations about guided meditation for your dream home, guided meditation for your spouse, guided meditation for your health, because your health is your wealth. Guided meditation for fertility. It goes on and on and on and on. So I really know that the practices that I'm sharing here really worked, because one of my clients started manifesting. The client that I was talking about, who she really just couldn't conceptualize visualizing, when we broke these down and we started going through things and creating a personalized program through 6 weeks to success, my week, it's only 6 weeks and it transforms your life. Get in, get out, and let's go on. This process that we did for this very analytical thinking person who always wanted to be, she's too much of a perfectionist. It's a lot of her imposter syndrome was showing, to create and cultivate this. And she started manifesting like wildfire. I mean, she was like, Michelle, I'm doing these guided meditations and I'm doing these affirmations, and we created her energetic vision board in the right way. She was like, I can't believe it. This happened and this happened and this happened. So these techniques work. What I'm teaching you here And through my website, michellejlamont.com, they are designed and they are proven to transform your life. You're going to be happier. You're going to feel more fulfilled. You're going to be more successful. You're going to feel comfortable in your own skin. I could never feel comfortable in my own skin. I couldn't look at myself. I couldn't look at myself in the mirror and not criticize and not see every single thing that was wrong with me. So when you are coming from that low vibrational place of imposter syndrome, of self-concept, of understanding that you've been told your entire life that you're not the right color, you're not the right sexual orientation, you don't come from the right country, you don't have the right education, you're not the right height, you're not the right weight, whatever it is, whatever that is that taught you to live in that low vibrational state, my teachings, my podcasts, my ebooks, my newsletters, my courses, they will all change your life. When you see people, person after person after person after person, creating TikToks about me, creating social media statements about me, writing and giving me reviews, it's because it works. So using those guided meditations are definitely going to allow you, and the other practices of using affirmations and creating a vision board. But let me see how much time. All right, I can go into one more for you, and engaging. Let's do it. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. Come on now. Come with me. Say, Michelle, let's do it. Michelle, let's do it. Michelle, let's do it. Hold on. I don't really think that I'm getting your attention right now. Michelle, let's do it. Michelle, let's do it. Michelle, let's do it. Okay. All right. There we are, engaging our senses. And engaging your senses can be a powerful way to manifest non-visually. So example, if you want to manifest a new car, you could go visit a car dealership and take it for a test drive. You see, focusing in on the sensation of driving the car is this excuse me, this feeling of the steering wheel, of the hitting the doors locked, turning on the car, the sound, the rev of the engine, putting on the music that you want to play. This can help you create a sensory experience that would be exactly like visualizing owning a car. So you're going to have to trust this process a little bit, my love. And you're going to have to know that your angels and your guides are working overtime so that you can listen to this or watch this podcast or listen to this podcast, and trusting that final process is the most important part of manifesting. So whether you're a visual or a non-visual person, this means letting go of those doubts, of those fears, and trusting that the universe is already bringing you everything that you desire. Everything that you desire in a way that is best suited for you. Remember that manifesting is not about controlling the outcome. No. No, we cannot, and we will not go down that rabbit hole. But remembering that it's about aligning with the energy of what you want. So I hope that in these last 27 minutes, you have really stepped up your game and understood how powerful it feels and is to create a reality in which you, my beloved, wonderful, incredible, divine light being, my best friend, I'm your biggest fan. I love you. You're showing up for yourself. You're doing the damn thing. And I am here. So just like that famous quote from Lao Tzu, I love this quote. So if you have a pen and paper, get down and write this one for you. All right. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. And my love, I am that teacher. I'm an educator. I'm a healer. I am here as a life path 9, as a Scorpio, as somebody who has done it over and over and over again. Celebrities, money, homes, vacations, whatever. And if you want to know how powerful I am, I manifested you. So I want you. Wayne's getting in on the action. My dog is Wayne Dyer Lamont. Wayne, no, come here, Bubba. Remember that manifesting is not about controlling the outcome, but about aligning with the energy of what you want. All right, listen, producers, it's time to cue the music, and it's time for us to say goodbye. And I cannot wait to meet you on our one-on-one call. So go ahead and book it right now. Go to the show notes and book that one-on-one call, whether you're doing it for an hour, 2 hours, or maybe you want to try one of my services. You can book a free 15-minute session right there in my show notes, and we'll be on a Zoom in no time. I love you. I love you. I love you. Everything is always working out for you. And I cannot wait to have you listen to another podcast right now. So go ahead, write me a review. Let's get together and know that the universe loves you. Thanks for listening to this episode of Manifesting Miracles. Now it's time for you to take action. I invite you to hang out with me just a little bit more by signing up for my newsletter. You'll get instant exclusive access to the practices that will chart your own path to abundance and, yes, spark that highest version of you. Head to the show notes right now so you don't miss a thing. Now listen, I fucking believe in you, and it's now time for you to win, win, win! Yes! Yes!